Now, in case you don't know me and my unit setup, I don't run replicate on crawlers, I run acid. Yeah. Because I never really went for replicate. I think it's a one-turn, one-trick pony. And maybe in the future I can get something more out of acid. But, yeah. This is a bit of a problem. I start going for a tactic that I like to use against replicating crawlers, and that is going for explosive rhinos. Right here and right now I'm putting them in the flank because these level 3 replicating crawlers with double tech are scary, to say the least. I'm putting a mobile beacon here in order to distract these scorpions and have them move away, so hopefully they won't get caught in a blast. My opponent drops some asset here and secures this tower further, and this push here was entirely a failure. I guess some of these crawlers got over here quickly enough so that these steel balls turned around and didn't go after the tower. That was the issue. Now I'm stuck with these units at the front line that I would very much so like to not have at the front line. I am kinda expecting my opponent to go into air, so I actually pick up a preemptive aerial specialization. However, my opponent's plans are nowhere near that. He just seems to drop more arc lights and more replicating impact drill crawlers. Also picks up an anti-missile device. I'm not entirely sure why. I assume maybe because he expects me to drop a lot of missiles here. I do drop a missile here, but that was far enough away so that it impacted. As it hits, only a very small amount of chaff on this side survived, and my crawlers should be able, yeah, they are able to clear that up. Carry Arclight has gone for the tower, and here chaff clear is not good, so my opponent just pushes through. And he ends up winning this turn a lot, and he's going through the front door. So now, despite me having had a lot of success earlier, getting my opponent down to almost no health, I'm starting to really freaking struggle. I'm picking up the Wraith. That thing should hopefully be doing a lot. He is going for the melting point, getting a second melting point, and immediately throwing range on it. Which, if I had to guess, is exactly because he knows I'm going for this Wraith. I think he sold something, but I'm not even sure what. Ah yeah, the Phoenixes. He sold the Phoenixes. I'm putting the Wraith here, hoping to maybe push through, get rid of these units. I sold the steel balls because they weren't doing much, and I mobile beacon the Wraith towards the tower. However, my opponent is already laying in wait because he was very much so anticipating what I was going for. I put some more rhinos at the front so that they can hopefully take these replicating crawlers out. The explosion will do damage to everything, even the crawlers that spawn from the rhino being killed, I think. So it leaves just nothing for replicating crawlers. These two rhinos here are basically enough to get the entire flank out of here. And they actually start to level a bunch of that. Boom. That's the flank done. Boom. That's the flank done. However, that is my Wraith done. And its XP is enough to level this melting point like instantly. I also still don't have enough chaff clear at the front. I guess rhinos are not efficient enough chaff clear, although they are a lot of fun, let me tell you. It ends up being another massive win for my opponent, and this time he's doing a lot more damage to me because there is 3 melters left. I think I have enough HP to weather this, but it's starting to get critical because my health is now looking about as bad as my opponent's health. Not much difference. Lightning Storm drops, and against this much chaff, it should be really good, I'm thinking. So I'm dropping it right here. The rhinos were doing a good amount of stuff. Like, you can see the amount of units that they've killed, and I think each of these has killed more than an entire pack of crawlers. These rhinos here, keeping the flanks just under control, is really good. The opponent drops shields. I also dropped the EMP here. Because if my opponent shields, the EMP is going to take out the vast majority of the shield health, and the Lightning Storm can hopefully do the rest. This is most likely going to be the last turn, so it's time. It's time to hope that I can get rid of everything. I still am sitting on a large amount of money. I even sold the Rapier because it was already countered, and it was countered very effectively. So, yeah, difficult to think about what to go for now. I end up going for Wasps because that is the one real unit that my opponent does not have much against right now. And I only need to win that one round, so I'm going for a triple attack on the Wasps, hoping to get rid of the replicating impact drill crawlers with them. Unfortunately, I no longer have splash damage on these Wasps. I opted for aerial spec instead. Otherwise, these would probably be doing a good amount of work against against crawlers as well. I end up putting them somewhat basically on these sides, and we will see how this turn turns out. So missiles go down, barriers immediately get cracked, and chaff gets eviscerated on these sides. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the crawlers on this side are pushing in. I'm not sure what changed. Oh, they got shield. I never noticed that in game. It was a very good move for my opponent. And as you can see, there is not really any hope left for me. I did not think about that, but that was a really beautiful move on my opponent's part. And it might very well be what won him the entire match. The Wasps are nice. They take care of the carrier archites effectively, but they can't clear all that chaff. And they can't kill these giants. And it ends up being a win for my opponent, unfortunately. So, yeah, what have I learned? First of all, the Rhino here is absolutely amazing, but I need to watch out when shields drop. Because those shields were changing everything. Without these shields, that flank just gets destroyed. And with the shields, the Rhino will not kill these crawlers anymore because, well, they won't care about it. I guess he can also drop some shielded fangs here, but it's kind of getting tight, and what will they really accomplish moving so slow as fangs do? I think that this way to deal with a crawler arclight flank is very efficient. If you can get some more value out of these rhinos, which I think they definitely got. Like, if you look at these units, they were able to kill some stuff, although a lot less in this turn than in previous turns. Probably also because a lot of chaff died, but I would also guess because they died very soon themselves against these triple tech. Oh, and they had electromagnetic shots. Okay. I also missed that one, to be fair. Yeah, I missed a lot this game, to put it bluntly, but I was trying out a different strategy, and it was working for no amount of time after my opponent turned it around. Yeah. Kinda sucks. But I don't think I have to be ashamed. My opponent played well. He defended everything, so if I had tried to push these wasps into a tower, I think it would not have worked anyway. I think it's just that I didn't have the tech to match his crawlers. Which means that I will take this opportunity after forgetting it for a lot of times in previous days. And finally, take away the asset here, go for replicate. We have scorpions for assets, so I don't think it's a big loss. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see all of you ladies and gentlemen next time as well.